Rachel, Claire, do you hear it? Mark's voice cracked. Before Rachel could respond, a shadow moved across the grave, blocking the sun for a moment. Claire gasped and stumbled back, her face pale. "Something's wrong," Claire said, her voice trembling. "We need to leave. Now." But it was too late. The earth beneath the whispering grave began to shift, as if something was stirring beneath. The whispers turned into low, guttural murmurs, unintelligible, yet full of malice. Suddenly, the ground near the grave cracked open, and an icy wind burst forth, pushing them all backward. They stumbled and fell, the air thick with the smell of damp earth, and something ... decayed. From the cracks, a figure emerged. It was a woman, her form translucent and faint, as though made of mist and shadows. Her eyes were hollow, dark pits where light seemed to vanish. She glided above the ground, her long, tattered dress trailing behind her like a shroud. Her mouth opened, and the whispers were now clear, a mournful wail that sent chills down their spines. "Leave this place. ... Leave. ... Now. ... The figure rasped. Mark scrambled to his feet, his breath coming in ragged gasps. "We need to go. Now." They turned to run, but the woman's whisper followed them, getting louder with each step. "You cannot escape. The grave has claimed you." The wind howled, and the cemeteries seemed to close in on them, the gravestones twisting as though reaching for them. Rachel could hear the whispers now, all around her, echoing in her mind. They were the voices of the lost souls trapped in the graveyard, pleading for release. Mark tripped, falling hard to the ground. Claire screamed for him to get up, but he wasn't moving. Rachel turned back, her heart racing, but it was too late. The shadows closed in around Mark, and the whispers reached a deafening crescendo. "Mark," Claire cried, but it was no use. Mark's body was gone, swallowed by the earth, as though it had never been there at all. Rachel grabbed Claire's arm, pulling her away from the grave, but the cemetery seemed endless now. The path they had once walked was gone, replaced by a twisting labyrinth of graves and shadows. The whispers followed them, growing louder, more frantic. And then, just when Rachel thought they might escape, she turned to see Claire, or what was left of her. Her face was twisted in terror, her eyes wide with fear. As she reached out, her voice barely audible. "It's too late. We're already part of it." Rachel tried to scream, but the words caught in her throat as the ground beneath her feet shifted again. She fell to her knees, her hands sinking into the cold earth. The whispers filled her mind, drowning out all other thoughts. And then everything went black. The next morning, the cemetery was eerily quiet. The sun rose over the graves, and the whispering grave stood as it had for centuries, unchanged. But the air was heavy, as though something unspeakable had happened. The locals said they heard no whispers that night. The grave had been silent, but the memories of Rachel, Mark, and Claire lingered in the breeze. Faint whispers that would never be forgotten. And so, the whispering grave remained, its mystery deepened, waiting for the next curious soul to hear its call.